Now, credit war has broken out as Prime Minister Modi inaugurated the first phase of the Grand Mahakal Corridor. The Congress claimed that the Mahakal Corridor development plan was envisaged under former Chief Minister Kamal Nath's regime in 2019 and that it was the then Congress government which initiated the project, not the BJP. The Congress says that former Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister Kamal Nath had allocated 300 crore rupees for the project and that the details of the project were even put before the temple priests and then cabinet members. A panel of 3 ministers was also formed for its implementation, but the BJP seems to be taking all credit for it. Now, former Chief Minister Kamal Nath says that everything's on record. The BJP is asking, where are the records? The BJP has taken exception to the Congress party's claims and said that they could have at least spared Bholenath from this politics. The BJP has countered Congress's claim and said that the proposal for the Mahakal development project was given in 2017 itself. The detailed project report was prepared within 1 year in 2018 under Chief Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan's regime. Tenders were invited the very same year, but it was the Congress government that then put the project on the back burner when it came into power. Listen in to the war of words.
आस्थाओं को इवेंट में कैसे बदला जाए, यह सीखना हो तो शिवराज सरकार से सीखना चाहिए। दस्तावेज साक्षी हैं कि बाबा महाकाल जो हमारे ज्योतिर्लिंगों में शामिल हैं, उनके मंदिर के पुनरुद्धार का नींव पूर्व मुख्यमंत्री माननीय कमलनाथ जी ने रखी थी। न केवल उसके लिए 300 करोड़ रुपयों का आवंटन किया, बल्कि उसकी टेंडरिंग प्रक्रिया भी हो गई थी।
15 महीने में एक काम नहीं किया था महाकाल लोग, तो बड़ी बात है। और करते तो करा हुआ दिखाते। चलो ये छोड़ दो, आप कोई दिखा दें करा हुआ। सिर्फ झूठ बोला, लिखित में झूठ बोला कांग्रेस ने। किसानों के साथ 10 दिन में 2 लाख एक का नहीं किया, नौजवान को 4000 महीना, 15 महीने में 60,000 एक को नहीं दिया। ऐसे ही महाकाल लोग का इनको तारीफ करना आता ही नहीं किसी की। एक ऐसा काम हो रहा है जिसमें पूरा प्रदेश पलक पावड़े बिछा के प्रधानमंत्री का अगवानी करना चाहता है।
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 2 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
Let's take this across to our guest. Joining us is Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP. With us also is Dr. Anand Raghunath, an author. Dushan Nagar, political analyst, is with us, as is Dr. Sumanth Raman, political analyst. Let me start with you, Dr. Sumanth Raman. You know, at the end of the day, politics is par for course in any field, perhaps where politicians are involved. But many would say that perhaps the Mahakal temple could have been spared of the political controversy and the credit war that we're currently seeing. Sumanth Raman.
Well, Madhav, Mr. Kamal Nath did not say anything to try and take the entire credit away. He only said that in 2019, when he was in power, his government did some activities related to the project. They had meetings with the priests and to get the plan sanctioned, and also that they've constituted a 3-tier committee to work on the project. Now that is the sum total of what Mr. Kamal Nath said. As far as I can see, he did not say that this entire project is only because of Congress party or only because of him. So I don't understand where this issue of politicization of this actually arises. Today is a proud day for all Indians, and one must congratulate the Prime Minister for having declared open the corridor. And I think that it's very important that we need to look beyond politics. I honestly don't think Kamal Nath meant that he is to be the sole, the entire credit for the project should go to him. He said that when he was in power, these things happened, and he says that these things are on record. So I think that if the BJP feels that Kamal Nath's government did not do anything or actively,
May I just read out for your benefit, sir? May I read out for your benefit what was stated by Shobha Ujja of the Congress on the 11th of October. Yeah. Now, she has said that in a meeting convened in Mantralaya under the chairmanship of Chief Minister Kamal Nath in August 2019, 300 crore for Mahakal temple development was sanctioned. Details of this plan were placed before priests and members of the cabinet. Development and construction of front yard and expansion of Nandi Hall, Mahakal theme park, corridor, lawn parking was proposed in the first phase. In the second phase, the Maharaj Dhwaja, etc. were in fact proposed. Various other details of the amenities are there. Essentially what she's saying is that this all began in August 2019. What else is she saying?
No, Madhav, just one thing. Mr. Narottam Mishra is on record saying that the actual master plan was laid or the project was conceived in Mr. Shivraj Chauhan's time in 2017. Now, these are government records. Did Mr. Kamal Nath actually hold these meetings? These are not secret meetings. There have been meetings held with the board of the Mahakal Temple. These are meetings held with ministerial colleagues, and I'm sure that there would be government records of all these files. Was this amount sanctioned? Now there is a dispute. The BJP says that this amount of 350 crore was sanctioned during Mr. Shivraj Chauhan's tenure. Now the Congress is claiming that the first phase budget was sanctioned by them. All of this is government data. Why not put it out instead of
let me get the BJP on this
TV,
now.
so that we know what is
Sanju Verma, who gets the credit for sanctioning this project? Is it Mr. Kamal Nath or Mr. Chauhan?
Madhav, I remember my colleague Shehzad saying the full form of INC is I need corruption. Well, I think the new name of INC should be I need credit. इतने सारे credit जीवी हैं कांग्रेस में. One thing which Sumanth Raman rightly said is that everything is publicly documented. So if everything is publicly documented, my limited point is this. Kamal Nath said that there was a 3-member committee which was formed to ensure that the Mahakal corridor is brought to fruition. I want to ask Mr. Sumanth Raman, can you name those 3 committee members? Because he said, Kamal Nath said these were 3 senior cabinet ministers. Let me finish. Madhav, I don't understand what kind of a debate is this.
Okay, let her finish. Yes. Dr. Raman, she didn't heckle you or disturb you. Let her make a point. Yeah.
Yes. Who are these 3 August cabinet members of the erstwhile Kamal Nath cabinet who were actually, given the task of negotiating for the project and ensuring that it is brought to fruition? Forget what Shivraj Singh Chauhan said or Narottam Mishra, the Home Minister of Madhya Pradesh, said. They said it was conceived and operationalized somewhere in 2016-17 when Kamal Nath, took over charge as Chief Minister in 2018. For 15 months he sat on it. It was the BJP-led Shivraj Singh Chauhan government again in 2020 after coming back to power again that the entire project was restored. I will just give you a very small example of why the Congress is lying. Unless 90% of the acquisition of land of any project is complete, you cannot have a detailed project report as in a DPR done. Anyone who has a basic idea of how land acquisition and businesses work knows this. I want to ask Mr. Kamal Nath, if you indeed acquired 90% of the land, can you give us details of the tendering process? Can you give us details of the DPR, the detailed project report which was prepared? The point is there was no land acquisition, there was no tendering, there was no DPR, there was no committee that was formed. And I will go so far as saying, Madhav, that this is a repeat which happens with the opposition every time a big project is launched.
Right.
I remember when Purvanchal Expressway was, inaugurated by the Prime Minister last year.
Okay.
You had the Samajwadi Party and the Congress saying, "Arey, ye to hamara idea tha." I remember when in 2017 GST was launched, they said, "Arey, ye to hamara idea tha."
Well, GST was in the works. I don't think that's a fair comparison to make. Let's quickly bring. Okay. You made your point. Let me bring in Sumanth Raman to the questions that you've asked. If there was a DPR, if there were tendering process, Sumanth Raman, where are the documents to actually prove that? That's a direct question coming from Sanju Verma. Please respond to that particular point.
No, Madhav, Mr. Kamal Nath specifically is on record saying that the documents and the records will speak for themselves. To the best of my knowledge.
So where do you stand? What do the documents say? That's the question we're asking you.
So why not put out those documents? Why not put out the documents?
Okay, you've not perused the documents. Let me bring in Dushan Nagar.
Madam, my simple point is, do you want opposition to produce government documents, but the government which has them will not put it out in public domain?
If you're claiming credit, sir.
The opposition is making allegations, so you have to produce the documents, Sumanth Raman. You can't
No,
have
it's very simple.
You can't
It's
have
very simple. It's very simple.
The responsibility is now
No
on your
meeting.
shoulders.
Put
to
out the
prove
minute. Put out the meeting.
Right.
Put out the
Sumanth
meeting.
Raman,
How can
your
it be?
lies are
How can it
vague.
be? These are government records. Where will Kamal Nath go for them?
Embarrassing yourself
Look,
on national
all right.
television.
Very simple. There are
All right, let me quickly. All right, let me quickly bring in other panelists as well who probably studied this issue. And let me bring in Dushyant Nagar. Dushyant Nagar, इस तरह की अगर क्रेडिट वॉर में एंगेज करते हैं तो कुछ ठोस सबूत भी होने चाहिए कि आखिरकार कौन सी सरकार थी जिसने इस पूरे प्रोजेक्ट को इंप्लीमेंट करने में सबसे ज्यादा पुश किया, क्योंकि आरोप बीजेपी का यह है कि कमलनाथ की सरकार के दौरान इस पूरे प्रोजेक्ट को कोल्ड स्टोरेज में डाला गया था। यह उनका आरोप है, क्या कहेंगे?
नहीं, बिल्कुल कह रहा था। देखिए, उज्जैन के महाकाल का इतिहास बहुत पुराना है। अनेक राजा, अनेक नेता हुए, एक से एक बड़े हुए जिन्होंने इसका समय समय पे निर्माण कराया, पुनर्निर्माण कराया, भव्यीकरण कराया। तो इसका कोई एक व्यक्ति क्रेडिट अगर लेना चाहता है तो वो सर्वदा अनुचित है।
सर, हम महाकाल कॉरिडोर की बात कर रहे हैं, हम प्राचीन काल की बात नहीं कर रहे हैं, हम इस प्रोजेक्ट की बात कर रहे हैं जिसका आज उद्घाटन हुआ है। आप प्राचीन कालों में क्यों जा रहे हैं? इतने इतिहास में क्यों जा रहे हैं आप?
आपको बताना पड़ेगा ना। ये जो
सर, इतिहास सब जानते हैं। हम इस करंट क्रेडिट वॉर की फाइट के बारे में बात करें। दुष्यंत नागर, प्लीज इस मामले पे, इस मुद्दे पर बात करें।
इतिहास को नहीं जानते और जो प्रधानमंत्री जी का कार्य है तो उसको नहीं कर रहे।
जाके कहां छुपते हैं? कभी जाके छुप जाते हैं वॉर मेमोरियल के पीछे, कभी किसी प्रोजेक्ट के पीछे।
दुष्यंत जी प्लीज, दुष्यंत जी, मेरा आपसे अनुरोध है। वन सेकंड संजू वर्मा, वन सेकंड, लेट मी जस्ट आस्क दुष्यंत नागर सिंपल क्वेश्चन। दुष्यंत नागर, आज की कंट्रोवर्सी देखिए, क्योंकि ये बहुत स्पेसिफिक इशू के बारे में हम आज डिबेट कर रहे हैं और ये क्रेडिट वॉर है जो महाकाल कॉरिडोर को लेकर चल रहा है मध्य प्रदेश में। इस पे आपके पास क्या सबूत है या क्या आप कहना चाहेंगे कि क्यों कमलनाथ सरकार ने इस पूरे प्रोजेक्ट को इंप्लीमेंट किया? यहां पे सुमंत रामन कह रहे हैं रिकॉर्ड देखें, संजू वर्मा कह रही है 2017 में इस प्रोजेक्ट को एग्जीक्यूट करने की सारी जो परमिशन थी शिवराज सिंह चौहान सरकार ने दिया थे। आप इस पे क्या कहेंगे? आप कहां पे इस पे खड़े हैं? सिंपल सवाल है।
मैं तो ये कहना चाहता हूं, कमलनाथ जी ने श्रीलंका के अंदर सीता माता जी का मंदिर बनवाया, राम वन पथ गमन, वो पूरा प्रोजेक्ट श्री कमलनाथ जी ने अपने अल्पकाल में जितना उनका समय था उसको शुरू करवाया, और भगवान महाकाल कॉरिडोर के विषय में सारा विवरण, सारे तथ्य रखी दी। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने कुछ नहीं किया।
ओके, quick response from Sanju Verma, and then I go across to Dr. Ranganathan. Quick response from Sanju Verma.
Okay.
Quick response, please.
Madhav, please. Okay, दुष्यंत जी, आपकी बात सुन ली। You know, Madhav, I'm saying forget even what Shivraj Singh Chauhan said, forget what Narottam Mishra said. Let us believe at least people associated on the ground. And I was listening to your reporter when she was talking to the pujari outside the Mahakaleshwar Temple in Ujjain. And he said not only 2016, the actually idea was conceived by Prime Minister Modi way back in 2014 after he took charge as Prime Minister and decided to make Ujjain one of the smart cities. And under the master plan of the smart cities, one of the things that was decided was that the Jyotirlinga in Ujjain, the only Jyotirlinga which faces towards the south, will be renovated on a big war footing, and this is only the first phase. You have 2 more phases of the project, whereby there will be a renovation of the Rudrasagar Lake,
all right.
Lake, and
I'm going to come back to you on that point that you've made as far as the renovation of the Jyotirlinga is concerned, but I want to bring in Dr. Ranganathan very quickly. Dr. Ranganathan, you were raising your hand and shaking your head very vigorously.
No, there are 3 issues. 1, that Kamal Nath is right. 2, that Kamal Nath is wrong. And 3, that both BJP and Congress are wrong. So on 1, if Kamal Nath is right, well, you know, this won't be for the first time when the Congress proposes and BJP disposes. We've seen the history. Since GST, the bullet train, the huge flag, the flagpoles, the CAA, they are all essentially things that were complete. The parliament new building proposed by the Congress, finished by the BJP. So the BJP is really good at not only implementing its own ideas, which there might be many, but it even better at implementing and finishing Congress's ideas. Now, why should Congress be jealous about it? It's a Congress's thing. Now, 2, if Kamal Nath is wrong, and I truly feel Kamal Nath is partly wrong here, because as of what I have read, limited on this thing. It is indeed Shivraj Chauhan in 2017 when he, proposed this idea, and Kamal Nath government came in. It is not that he abandoned it. It's just that perhaps he could not pursue it with the same zeal that the BJP government likes to pursue these religious matters. So I'm not disagreeing with what Kamal Nath is saying, but if he is saying something, if Congress is alleging something, then it is incumbent upon Congress to give a little bit more proof.
Right.
If they cannot furnish those documents that they are saying are with the government, then at least a little bit more proof than just saying that it was our idea.
Well, yes.
Furnish the proof. And lastly, Madhav, just 10 seconds. Ye Congress ka idea ho, BJP ka idea ho. The fact of the matter is, this is but, I repeat, a fraction of Hindu money coming back to Hindus. Why are governments taking credit for something? They should be taking credit for looting the Hindus and controlling 113,000 Hindu temples when they shouldn't be.
Well, I think since both the panelists who are actually speaking for the Congress, they're not official spokespersons, of course, are a little lacking in research today. I think our research team has done a better job of digging up a very important point. And Sanju Verma, please listen to this report very closely. Just 3 or 4 sentences I want to read out. This is the Times of India report from the 1st of September 2019. Congress and BJP are at loggerheads over the development of the Mahakaleshwar Temple complex area in Ujjain. BJP leaders, including the Ujjain MP, 2 MLAs and the city mayor, met Governor Lalji Tandon in Bhopal, complained that the Congress-led state government is not taking into confidence local elective representatives of Ujjain while charting out the Mahakaleshwar Temple development plan. The BJP has also alleged that the ongoing proposed developments in temple area is being done with money received from the centre after Ujjain was shortlisted on the smart city list by the union government. That's in the memorandum that was given to the governor by the BJP that stated that the 1800 crore development plan for Ujjain was finalized. The city was listed by the union government among 100 smart cities in the country. So there was no, complaint made about the credit stealing or that this was a project that was originally brought in by the BJP. The complaint was that the centre's funds are being misused. So somewhere there is a lack of consistency in the arguments of Mr. Shivraj Chauhan or his supporters in any case, at least.
Madhav, what is the date of this article?
This is dated the 1st of September 2019 when Mr. Kamal Nath was ostensibly in power.
This is dated 1st of September 2019. I would request you to read an article by Times of India dated 11th October 2022 and by Hindustan Times dated 2022 where the entire chronology is given. 2016 conceived, 2017 Shivraj Singh Chauhan sets rolling the process of acquisition of land, tendering and making the detailed project report called the DPR. 2018 Kamal Nath sits on it for 15 months. 2020 Shivraj Singh Chauhan government again kickstarts the project. So from conception to fruition, without any ifs or buts, the fact is Narendra Modi government and the Shivraj Singh government in Madhya Pradesh deserves credit, and people who say politicians don't deserve credit, politicians deserve credit for ensuring that effective policy making on the ground finally translates into something concrete for taxpayers and for Hindus.
Okay.
If you are going to rubbish the Modi government when things are not working, you have to give credit when things are working. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
All right. Sumanth Raman wants to respond to you. His hand has been up for a while. Dr. Raman.
Madhav, first of all, that by quoting that article, you spectacularly shot yourself in the foot. If the project had been stalled during Mr. Kamal Nath's term, there was no reason for the BJP legislators and the others to go and meet the governor and say they are not being consulted.
Mr. Raman, before you complete your statement, I am not making a brief for any political party. I am questioning all the sides and I continue to remain impartial in this debate. You said that I am shooting myself in the foot. I only said that the BJP claims that Kamal Nath stalled the work.
You quoted that story.
I quoted the story not to prove anything, sir. I am quoting the story to question the BJP. Nevertheless, please go ahead with your argument.
No, 1 second. But the story establishes beyond doubt that work continued during the period of Mr. Kamal Nath. Contrary to what Sanju Verma just said, that he sat on it for 15 months. Clearly, if he sat on it, where was the need for them to go and meet the governor and say that we are not being consulted in the ongoing work? So I think that there is some logic. If Mr. Kamal Nath is very clear in saying that 1 minute, I didn't interrupt you. That the meeting.
Name the 3 cabinet ministers who
minute. That again you are wrong. It is not 3 ministers.
And you were part of the committee that was set up by Kamal Nath.
1 minute.
To make the Mahalok Temple corridor.
It was not 3 ministers committee. It was. It was 1 minute. 1 minute. It was not 3 cabinet ministers. It was a 3-tier committee. 3-tier committee. 3-tier committee. 3-tier, not 3 cabinet ministers committee.
All right.
3-tier committee. 3-tier. She doesn't know.
All right, let me come in and let's say that both parties, both the Congress and at least the Congress representative, political analyst and the BJP agree to disagree on this point. Anand Raghunathan.
Now, as I say, Rahul, you know, it is. I'm so sorry, Madhav. My apologies. The fact of the matter is that on this day, which I've already said, it's a very beautiful day. It's a very beautiful day for our civilization, and it's not just a day of pride for the Hindus. It is a day of pride for all Indians. This is a civilizational issue. But at the same time, can the parties please hold back on taking credit? Because this is, I repeat, unless or until they keep on controlling, both Congress and the BJP and another party controlling 113,000 Hindu temples, there is no Hindu civilizational renaissance happening. Period.
All right, very, very important point. Let me bring in Dushyant Nagar on that. Dushyant Nagar, political parties को इस तरह की लड़ाई तब तक लड़नी नहीं चाहिए जब तक वो temples को पूरी तरह फ्री नहीं करते हैं. Temples पे आखिर गवर्नमेंट कंट्रोल क्यों है? क्यों हिंदुओं को अपनी आस्था के ऊपर कंट्रोल नहीं दिया जाना चाहिए?
भैया, नेताओं को, राजनीतिक दलों को राजनीति करनी है, परफॉर्म तो करते नहीं है. आज आपने देखा भारत का फॉरेस्ट रिजर्व कितना घट गया है, उससे तो बात करनी नहीं है. रोजगार तो है नहीं, जाके फोटो खिंचाना है के ऊपर. हमारे मंदिरों के ऊपर राजनेताओं का और राजनीतिक दलों का कोई मतलब नहीं होना चाहिए.
लेकिन है सर,
राजनीति करनी है
सर. लेकिन सर, जहां विपक्ष की सरकार है वहां पे इस तरह की टेंपल को फ्री करने की बात भी नहीं हो रही. हाँ, ये बात सही होगा कि बीजेपी के राज्यों में भी ये बात नहीं हुई है, लेकिन विपक्षी दल भी तो कहीं ना कहीं इस पूरे मामले में इक्वली गिल्टी हैं.
कोई नहीं करता. विपक्षी दल ईमानदार दल हैं, जन भावनाओं का ख्याल रखते हैं.
सर, तमिलनाडु में क्या हो रहा है?
प्राचीन परंपराओं का
तमिलनाडु में विपक्षी दल डीएमके रूल नहीं कर रही है.
कमलनाथ जी ने कौन सा प्रचार किया? कमलनाथ जी ने कौन सा लाइव चलवाया? बताइए तो सही.
सर, एलडीएफ की सरकार केरला में नहीं है.
भाई साहब,
क्या कहेंगे दुष्यंत नागर?
मुख्यमंत्री,
ये केवल कांग्रेस की बात नहीं है दुष्यंत नागर. आज की डेट में सारे राजनीतिक दल इक्वली गिल्टी, इक्वली दोषी हैं. इसमें बीजेपी को भी फ्री पास नहीं मिलता, कांग्रेस को भी नहीं मिलता, ना लेफ्ट पार्टीज को मिलता है. डॉक्टर रंगनाथन, ये सिंपल सी और सरल बात रख रहे हैं.
बेंगलुरु में ले जाया गया विधायकों को. अब ये लोग ज्ञान देते हैं.
ऑल राइट
दुष्यंत जी, आप जानते हैं. दुष्यंत जी,
वन एट टाइम. दुष्यंत जी प्लीज. आप राजनीतिक मुद्दों और आध्यात्मिक मुद्दों को आप जोड़ रहे हैं. लेट मी क्विकली ब्रिंग इन डॉक्टर रंगनाथन. डॉक्टर रंगनाथन वांट्स टू काउंटर यू.
दुष्यंत जी, यहां तक एकदम ठीक है जो कह रहे हैं कि पॉलिटिशियंस कंट्रोल करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन यहां पे वो थोड़ा सा पार्शियल हो गए, बिकॉज वो कह रहे हैं कांग्रेस ऐसा नहीं करती. आपको पता होना चाहिए दुष्यंत जी, जो ओरिजिनल सुप्रीम कोर्ट राजस्थान में स्टेट कंट्रोल है टेम्पल्स का. दुष्यंत जी, छत्तीसगढ़ में भी स्टेट कंट्रोल है टेम्पल्स का. ऐसी बात नहीं है, आप एक्सेप्ट करिए इस बात.
वहां के मुख्यमंत्री ने कहीं अपने
All right.
दुष्प्रचार के लिए यूज नहीं किया उनको.
All right. I'll have to interrupt there, ladies and gentlemen. Completely out of time on this debate. The credit war is certainly not ending over here, but certainly, of course, this really shows how perhaps the political goalposts have changed when you're seeing a massive credit war for such an important inauguration taking place. Perhaps a sign of times that we are living in today. Sanju Verma, Dr. Raghunathan, Dushyant Nagar, and Dr. Sumanth Raman, thank you so much for joining us on debate number 2.